Hi, I'm Christy Brock with wiicre.
And I'm Margot Kennedy. We invest in commercial real estate.
So today we are talking with an amazing person, Parker Purcell with eQRP. As we all know, the retirement system that our parents grew up with is broken. Who has that type of plan where you just put money in and then they say, and this is how much you're going to get when you retire? It doesn't work that way anymore. Now everything is on us. And in order to make sure that we have the amount that we need when it's time to retire, we have to outpace inflation and we have to earn an outsized return on our retirement account. And here we're talking with Parker, who has a financial services company that allows you to do just that. So on that note, let me introduce Parker Purcell with eQRP. Thank you, Parker. Tell us about what you're doing.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. First off, what our mission of our company is to do is to break financial shackles. And how all this even started was our founder, Damien, his father ran into the same problem that we're talking about, is that he invested his whole life working a 9-to-5 and was promised a future by, if you just put your money here, one day you'll have everything you need to live the life that you want. And that was everything but true. And he ended up passing away, not ever getting to live the life that he ever wanted because he was so focused on putting his money away, not looking at how this is going to affect him down the road. And so Damien, our serial entrepreneur, was like, we got to do this a better way. And really what it boils down to is control, right? And so for us at the eQRP, just so everyone listening has an understanding of, what we are all about, is that you have to have total control over your finances to be able to make the decisions that give you the most confidence. And so for us, we've created a vehicle, a self-directed retirement vehicle that gives you just that. So any money that you have laying over in Wall Street that doesn't give you these opportunities, like you have in the private sector, you have the opportunity to put this money to work, because let's be real, if you don't have to worry about gas, food, bills, or going to the grocery store, then inflation doesn't really affect you, right? But what's the reality? We all that all takes part of what we're doing. So we have to look at other opportunities out there that are going to allow us to continue buying food. It sounds stupid saying, but it's true. Like, we have to do it a different way, because the old system is just, it's breaking before our eyes, and they're still trying to push it to us, but we know that there's something different. Like, deep down in your spirit, this isn't right. Like, you aren't going to get to where you want to go. So
right. So now you tell us a little bit more, because a lot of people out there, I'm from the Silicon Valley area, born and raised in the San Francisco Bay Area. Everybody that I knew during my early working years job hopped every 2 to 3 years. So they collected 401ks. Eventually those rolled into some IRAs. I also have a large network of self-employed people. So with your system, with this, checkbook 401k, how does that work? Who is it right for?
Yeah, so for those of you listening who have job hopped, there's good news, is that you have access to all that retirement money that you dumped into previous employers, and you can roll it up all under one umbrella and then go put that to work in truly whatever asset that makes the most sense for you, right? There's some rules that go along with like what you can and can't do, but like, we take care of all that brain damage for you. So if you're a self-employed individual, right, or if you're a W-2 earner that has a side hustle going on, well, this is perfect for you, right? And so what's awesome about a vehicle like this, and the reason that we have built our company on the 401k structure, is because of a frictionless experience, and it puts you in the driver's seat. So what you may understand about the self-directed retirement industry is there's the self-directed IRAs, and then there's self-directed 401ks, but most common thought is, well, I have to have a business, or the IRA is just for the tax implications that come with that. So the reason the 401k is great is because if you're a high income earner and you've got all this retirement money sitting out on the side, well, it serves the alternative investor well, because there's less tax implications for you using a 401k, which is awesome. You can use that money in perpetuity to reinvest in deals like you guys have. But if you're in an IRA, you'll be paying Uncle Sam because they aren't going to tell you. They're not motivated to tell you like you're going to pay taxes on deals that have debt associated with it. So, it's a no-brainer when you're looking at an experience. 401ks are Ferraris, IRAs are like Camrys. They both can do the same thing, but the experience is going to be a lot more fun in a 401k.
And a lot of people are in their retirement accounts, they already have the traditional assets, stocks and things like that. What can you hold in a self-directed 401k that's different than what most people are holding in their traditional IRAs or Roth IRAs or whatever type of IRA they have?
Yeah, so our mission is not only to break financial shackles, but empower families to invest in the assets that make the most sense for them. Now, there's going to be some stock portfolio allocation for a lot of people just because it gives them some security, but there is a large portion of them that says, well, I want to put a lot of this money to work in something else too. So our members do have an allocation in the stock market, so you can do that, but you also have the nimbleness to be like, you know what? I kind of want to reposition myself out of the stock market or take a portion of that out and then go start putting this to work in real estate or private lending or, business opportunities out there passively. And that's the beauty of it, is that a vehicle like this allows you to be nimble. And let's be real, like if you don't have the ability to be flexible in this environment, like we're all speculating what's going to happen, right? Like nobody truly knows what's going to happen. We make decisions based off of what's happening now, right? So if you don't have the ability to pivot and take that money and go put it in something that could give you more confidence that you're going to get to where you want to go, like if let's just say some international event happened that caused a lot of just chaos in the stock market, well, you could be positioned in gold and silver and be doing just fine, because we know that in those type of events that gold and silver outperform negative downturns, right? So that's the beauty. And then guess what? Once things start turning around, you could just take that and go reposition it back in some real estate opportunities or whatever it may be. So,
you can hold gold, silver in your 401k.
Yep.
That's
You physically can hold it. So like we can ship it to you at your house and you physically have it, which is awesome. When your friends come over to drink a beer or something, you be like, hey, look.
You can use a gold bar as a coaster. It's fine.
Right.
Just a low flex on them,
Yeah.
Right.
So I have a significant share of what I've saved for retirement in a self-directed IRA. What will the difference be to me as an end user and getting a checkbook 401k? And can I even move it? Can I move my IRA funds, self-directed IRA funds over and my investments over?
Yes, you can. And that we have a lot of people that do that because once they understand the tax implications of operating their investments out of a self-directed IRA, especially in real estate or opportunities that have debt, it's a potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars savings event by doing that.
Wow.
But if you have a Roth IRA, those have to stay put. Unfortunately, they don't allow those to move. But if you have a traditional IRA, you can move it over, and you can always convert inside of your plan to a Roth as well, which, Roth is amazing because never pay taxes again, right? That's our whole goal, is to get to zero. But you can move all that up under an eQRP. There's really not much that won't move other than a Roth IRA or an inherited IRA. And, it's the experience is like, if you came to me, like when you make an investment, you have to contact your custodian, you have to ask questions, there's time involved, but yeah. So, but if you're like, hey, Parker, we have one more spot available for you. It's going to close tomorrow. I just wanted to give you the courtesy of offering this position. Then I literally right now could get on my phone, wire you the money, and ask nobody any questions and have it to you in 5 minutes.
It's freedom.
Time and opportunity, like, yeah.
Right.
And we know in this environment, like timing is everything. If you miss an opportunity because of time or you're waiting on somebody else, it's like, why are you going to do that? It could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Well, I'm going to be making a change.
Right.
The whole process with the self-directed IRA is just a nightmare with the custodian and all that. So
Well, this is great. Parker, we want to thank you for having this quick chat. I believe this is going to be the first of many, because as we get a deeper understanding, we want to share that information with all of the potential investors that, you absolutely would be helping. And I think the next thing that we need to discuss is next time will be, hey, what's your side hustle and how can you create your LLC, start your 401k and invest? And when you're doing TikTok dances, maybe, but more importantly, let me give this real world example. My dad was a teacher for 35 years. He taught auto mechanics at the local community college. His side hustle was real estate. His side hustle was he built a portfolio of investment properties that as a family helped us all throughout the years. He literally just sold his last property in January because he, wanted to get out of the business. But that's a side hustle. That's a real estate side hustle. And as long as you're not swinging a hammer, then, this can be, so if you are a passive investor or, we can work it out. We can talk about, hey, how can this work for you? So you can use your retirement funds. Again, Parker, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate your taking the time.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. And if you're considering the move, if you're listening to this, like it all starts with a conversation and just getting clear on where your reality is at. This isn't a robotic process where it's like, well, if you don't fit the cookie cutter mold, everybody's situation is different and the goals are different. So don't let your situation be like, oh, well, this isn't for me. Just have the conversation first, because you could have a ton of opportunity out in front of you that you're going to be your 60-year-old self is going to be thanking your 30-year-old self or 40-year-old self for making the change. So
Yeah.
And we will be sure to provide everybody with a link so that you know exactly how to connect with these guys, because this is an amazing company. And Parker is very generous for taking the time to share this information. So we really appreciate it.
Thanks, Parker.